What's up, fighters? This is Fuma Kodachi. Welcome back to Dead or Alive 6, where today I'm just happy to be on playing. Man, I don't gotta tell you, but these last couple weeks for work, just life in general, been pretty busy. Really haven't had much time for anything outside of just the essentials, you know what I mean? So, a lot has happened since my last video came out. A couple costumes got released. There was a couple updates that came out. It looks like a recent update made it so that certain things you had unlocked were no longer visible, and they changed that, but then after they made those things available again, they made it so that certain things that you can unlock up to that point or had met the requirements to lock it, they weren't unlocking, so I guess they're going to be putting in a patch for that too. So if you guys notice anything weird going on, don't worry, they are working on fixing that. But one thing I thought I'd like to go over really quick, if we could go in the wardrobe, is they just released the first version of the Pirates outfits. So I thought I would just give you a quick rundown of what they looked like, so that way if you haven't purchased them, and you wanted to kind of see what they look like, here's a pretty good idea. So first off, I want to say that I've already looked at them all, of course, and I think they actually did a really good job with them. And I'm not always used to seeing Zach without sunglasses. I think I normally see him with sunglasses probably all the time. So seeing him like this, I feel like it brings out a lot more character in him, and I think it actually looks really good. Like, I think they did a good job on Zach. So it's a pretty cool outfit. You can see it's already got some wear and tear on it. He's got old-timey pistol on the back, and he's got his pirate belt, his vest. Looks pretty cool. I like it. And then of course they also made one for Tina, and as you can see with her, hers is very America something, yeah, that I can't say because it's YouTube. But I think it's pretty cool. I have nothing wrong with it being like all stars and stripes and all that, but sometimes I feel like sometimes with American characters, I think sometimes they focus a little too much on making things like the flag. Like, you know, you don't necessarily see Hitomi with like a German flag costume, or you know, Li Fang with a Chinese one, or Ayane or Kasumi with, you know, Japanese ones necessarily. Not that there's anything wrong with those, I'd be fine with it. But I feel like when it comes to the American ones, it kind of seems to be a big design theme, and it's kind of all over the place. It's not like specific to DOA, it's just kind of all over. But yeah, that's pretty much what you get there. Not too much to see, as is with most of the lady costumes. So there you go. And then we get Old Bass. Oh, now personally, I think his looks pretty cool. There was a pirate hat that is available too. It's not showing here, but they showed it in the preview, actually in the store, and I thought it looked really good. And Bass is kind of similar to Zach's, except it's just a lot darker. And same thing, he has his own kind of old-timey pistol, but just a darker color there. And pretty much there you go. It's pretty much similar to Zach's with a recolor. Then of course we have Mia, and hers looks a little more interesting in the sense that I don't necessarily know if it looks like a pirate outfit, if more so kind of like a, you know, like a tavern wench, where you'd be in the inn or something, and they'd be someone who like brings out the drinks or slaps you upside the head when you can't pay your tab because you're broke. Like, this seems like that kind of outfit, at least a little more to me. I do think it's really cool though with the design and the colors, but I'm not sure if it necessarily screams pirate. And if we look over at Ayane's, hers is pretty much the same, except her hat, oh, it looks so cool with the purple frills coming off the side there. I feel like that looks really, really cool. And the gold buckle and then the purple on the wrists, I feel like this costume looks really, really good. I think the pirate hat definitely then makes it feel a little more like, yes, this is definitely a pirate's outfit. but still kind of similar to Mia's. I may be a little biased just because it's Ayane, but I think that looks really cool. And I just wanted to confirm. So I was gonna say, yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, wait, there we go, pirate. Oh, okay, that was totally my bad. Okay, so you do see the pirate hat there with Mia, and she's got the red feathers in it. Okay, so that looks a lot cooler. Oh, well, in that case, let's go back over to Bass's, and there we go. Okay, yeah. Oh, looks so much cooler. Oh, so much better with the hats, right? Now you can see it's the patch. Don't look at me. I lost my eye. I don't want to tell you the story. Not today. Okay, well then let's double check Tina's. I want to see if, yeah, she had a pirate hat too. I wonder why they're not on by default. Huh. You'd think it would be. Hers looks pretty cool. I think I'd like it maybe if it was a little bit, maybe a little bit bigger. Just to make it kind of crazy. I think that would be pretty cool. And in that case, oh yeah, let's take a look at Zach's also. So there he is. Okay, so his is very similar to Bass's too. He has that same kind of hat. Looks pretty cool. Alright, I guess in this case, we'll be able to see what they look like without the hat and with the hat. So here you can see Diego's, pretty similar to Zach's, slightly different colors, pretty much the same. Again, I do like this style, but they're pretty much the same outfit, just recolored. So if we come back up here to Pirate, he does not have a hat, he has a bandana, and I actually think that looks pretty cool. I think that looks really good on Diego. And I think I want to start picking up Diego and playing him more. I don't see too many people playing him, and I feel like this guy needs some love. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so here is Hitomi's, kind of similar to Ayane's in that she has color on her wrists, similar to the skirt portion. But other than that, pretty much the same outfit, exactly what you would be expecting. And if we come up here to the pirate hat, okay, cool. So that's very similar to Ayane's, except it is green and with white frills instead of black with purple frills, so I think that still looks pretty good. It would be nice if you could maybe change the color of the hat, like swap it, so that maybe the hat was white and then it was green frills. That'd be pretty interesting. Okay, and then yes, there was one for Rig as well, and since he has the buzz cut, I'm assuming he also gets the bandana. I feel like the white looks really good on his. It really pops, really strikes out at you, and of course then with that kind of yellowy orange accent color, looks really good. And he gets a bandana. It's very similar to Diego, so there you go. Very cool. And then of course we got Christy, and now Christy's is very similar to Tina's, except she has a little more going on with the arms. Other than that, there you can see pistol, and it's more dark instead of all like pro Merca. And if we look at her pirate hat, it's very much the same. I think I like the bigger pirate hats more than these smaller ones, but I do think that that is a good color combination. Works out pretty well. Alright. Then I believe... was there one for Hayate? Yes, there was. Okay. So here we go. We got Hayate with white and blue, and I think this also looks very good. You can see lots of detail on the vest, some wear and tear to make it look more like leather. Looks pretty good. And he's got a regular headband and then a pirate headband. So that's interesting. His was actually automatically turned on. So I wonder why his was on, but no one else's was. Huh, okay. So there you go. That's pretty much him then. He's got that blue bandana that goes across instead of a whole head bandana. Okay, and then of course we have everybody's favorite, Honoka. Here we go. And hers is just like Christie's and Tina's, except hers is pink and black. and I would say it looks pretty good. Honeka's colors really do come with a lot of bright tones, a lot of white, pink, yellow, so a lot of really like bright, happy colors. So I think that this color combination does really kind of stick with her theme. And then she gets the smaller hat, and of course that one's got the little like flower over one of the eyes, which I do think is a nice touch, you know, because sometimes a lot of people, I'll see they'll kind of complain because there's recolors and it's not, they're upset that there isn't more variation. But then there's little details like this where everyone else had a normal skull crossbones, but Honeka's has the little flower over the eye for the crossbones, and that's kind of her thing. Like if we were to go back to her normal hair color, you can see the little skull up there for her hair tie is the same way. So I like that little attention to detail. I think that's good. Okay, and then we have La Mariposa. And here we go. Hers is, oh, see, there you go. Now hers has the hat too. I wonder why. This is kind of strange. Why some of the costumes don't default to the hat and then others do. Maybe it's because some of these characters don't have any other head accessory available to them, so it just defaults to this one, because other than this, there's nothing. But anyways, as with La Mariposa's theme, she has a lot of different colors, very vibrant yellows, greens, looks very, very nice. And either that, it's pretty much either that with short or that with the pirate hat. And I think the pirate hat's cool. I like the little gold trim on the ends. So that's very good. So now you know what the pirate costume looks for her as well. And then I believe at the very end, we have Neo Tengu. And here we go. Hers, in very stark contrast to everyone else's, is all black all the way around. I do like the detail they put on the belt there, showing it's kind of worn. I think that's pretty cool. And I feel like even though this is all just one color, I feel like it's very striking, and I feel like that fits Neo Tengu because she technically is in a lot of ways just a very dark, mysterious character. You wouldn't call her brooding in that kind of sense that you'd expect, because she's actually very extroverted. She loves to be out and, you know, kind of catching everyone's attention, but she's still very mysterious, very dark. There actually isn't a whole lot we really know about her. So I feel like this especially matches her character theme. And interestingly enough, we actually have two different pirate hats for her. So we have this one, the slightly smaller one, with a gray for the feather in top. And I'd say that looks pretty cool. And then we have A. And it looks like the difference is with the bangs. So it looks like they're essentially the same, except one does not have bangs, and one does. I think I'll go with B for just for this one. Personally, I think hers looks really, really good. I think it's interesting that they gave her the option to have bangs and not some of the others. It's interesting, but there you go. That is all of the pirate costumes that are available at this point. So I do know that, again, if you're on Xbox, you have the ability to purchase one of them at a time. I believe on the other platforms, I'm not sure if they made it now so that you have to purchase it in packs or if you still have to get the season pass. I myself did get the season pass just so I could really verify for new fighters if that's worth it. So that way, if you're following along with me, you can see exactly what you get and what your money is being spent on. There is going to be a set 2 of pirate outfits, and I'm assuming it's going to be all the rest of the characters. I'd be pretty bummed out if they did not have a pirate outfit for Marie Rose. I think she would have a really cool one, as long as they put a lot of detail and frills into it, kind of like with her current design language. I feel like that would look really good. And of course, Nico, they gotta give her one as well, since she's brand new. Gotta make sure you give the new characters some love. But then I'd be really interested to see how they'd give Rydell a pirate costume, because you know he's just so big and intimidating. They'd have to make him look like Davy Jones or something like that. Okay, so that is pretty much it. That's everybody, and I just wanted to make that quick portion so that you guys could see what those look like, see what the options are, see what the hats look like on and off, and then also if that feels like it's worth it to you. Now, I am going to go ahead and also work on some other matches. I want to go ahead and record some time online, get maybe a couple ranked matches in, so keep an eye on that video when it comes out. It'll be happening pretty soon. I miss uploading content for you guys, so I have been doing some of that Atelier game, which is pretty fun. I'm enjoying kind of the calmness and just kind of chill nature of it, but I gotta get back in here and get some fighting in. So with that, fighters, I will be hopping into some matches here soon. Oh, also, actually, that was one thing I wanted to point out too, really quick. If you haven't noticed, with the last update, up at those player coins, everyone got given 100,000 coins in the latest update. So you should be able to go in and purchase a lot of stuff that you have unlocked. If you didn't have the money for it, you got it there. I thought that was pretty cool. There wasn't any strings attached. It was just out to the community. Here you go. We want to give you guys some stuff. And I want to give some credit where credit's due on that. Some people are, you know, have mixed opinions on the balance changes and where things are going. But I feel like they're definitely doing their part to give back to the community and just make sure that you are enjoying the game. So just wanted to make note of that for all you fighters out there who maybe have not noticed. If you suddenly got a ton of coins, that's where that came from. But with that, fighters, I will see you guys in the ring, and until next time, keep fighting.